Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this June the 21st, 2023. I'm hoping everybody's having a great Wednesday out there so far. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. The summer solstice came in today. Just wanted to let everybody know that. Summer has begun by the summer solstice. So now today marks the longest day of the year. For daylight. Now the daylight will begin to start shrinking from today on into fall. So just want to let everybody know that for today as well. Um, and it, anyway, also we're going to take a look at a little bit of information about Bret. Also we're going to take a look at Tropical Invest number 93L. That'll be in the next slide. We'll talk about it a little bit. Then we're going to talk about the weather radar across the nation. Also, we're going to take a look at the watches warning and advisory map for the radar here in Columbia, South Carolina. And also, we're going to take a look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook for today, Thursday, Friday, and your Saturday. So I hope you stick around through the entire video so you can get a chance to see how I present my forecast. If you're new to my channel, I did pick up a few new subscribers. Thank y'all very much. Thank you for everybody who supports my channel. If anybody knows anybody out there that would love to join my forecast channel, tell them to subscribe to my channel, and they can get my daily weather forecast content on here twice per day. Alrighty. Well, if you're a new viewer and have not subscribed yet, consider subscribing. Love to have you. Also like these videos. Also share these videos with your family, friends, and relatives on social media if you would like to. You can share them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever platform you got. You're welcome to share any kind of information about my forecast on them. Alrighty, well, let's go ahead and dive on into the forecast now, and we're going to go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. Alrighty. As we look here at the satellite imagery, this is Tropical Storm Bret. The center of rotation is currently right around in here. That's where that center of rotation is, all that stuff blossoming up right there in the center of the screen. That means the system getting a little better organized. You can tell that the wind shear is trying to fight it. You can see it shredding around a little bit, but it's trying to get it in the center portion of the storm, trying to get it act together to make it more stronger. It looks to remain a tropical storm as it heads toward the Leeward Islands, but I still believe there's a Category 1 hurricane before it moved through the Leeward Islands. I believe that. I still think there's a possibility it could. No, I'm not 99% sure. I'm about 50 to 60% on that probability. 50-50. So let's see how it plays out here. Alright, let's go back to some information on Tropical Storm Bret. Try to give you the tropical track there for Bret, so that way from the National Hurricane Center. This was at 11 a.m. this morning. a.m. currently. This is where it's currently positioned at. 11 a.m. Wednesday. It's supposed to be at 8 a.m. Thursday. This is where it should be currently at. 8 p.m. Thursday. It's already knocking on the door right here at the Windward Islands here. Then it finally crosses over to the Caribbean Sea by Friday morning at 8 a.m. 8 p.m. Friday afternoon. It should be right just south of Puerto Rico. And then right here by 8 a.m. Saturday, it should be south of the Dominican Republic and also just north of Venezuela. So if anybody in these islands here, we do have a tropical storm warning in the blue, tropical storm watches to the north. Also, we have a tropical storm warning also in effect for this island here as well. So Anybody on this island here, you should start to begin to see some tropical storm conditions coming up sometime tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow morning. You'll start to see sun tomorrow afternoon. You will start to see sun tomorrow evening. Along the warning area here, you will begin to see tropical storm conditions in that region. And let's go ahead and take a look at the this is the hurricane model here. We're going to take a look at them. This is what the Hurricane Center uses here. This is their hurricane forecast model. This is showing that the system is currently, this is where the current position of the storm is. The hurricane model keeps it this way. One do keep it going this way, but this is the outlier for right now. Currently I'm thinking what the National Hurricane Center is thinking. It's going to go continue to the west. It could wind up eventually coming out over here in the Bay of Campeche, coming up in the early next week. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on Tropical Storm Bret, but like I say, and see how he decides to run the course over the next several days. All right, here's the intensity guidance of the storm for the intensity guidance. See, currently right now winds are about 50 to between 50 and 55 miles per hour. That's in knots. So, but anyway, see, the one do take it up to Category 1 status. So that's why I'm still 50-50 that it could become a hurricane before it reaches the islands in the Leeward Islands area. So I'm still gonna lean that way. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm just trying to know that real quick. Currently, the winds are at 60 miles per hour, and it's currently right here, and it's only got 14 more miles per hour, and then it will become a hurricane. So it's still got plenty of time to gather a little more strength before it approaches the Leeward Island. So that's why current winds 60 miles per hour. Next advisory could be 65. Who knows? Just got to wait to see what the next advisory comes out on Tropical Storm Bret. Invest 93L, which will become Tropical Storm Cindy in the next couple of days. This is it right here. This is currently on the satellite imagery of 93L. Currently, it is beginning to become better organized as it continues to lift off to the west, northwest. Yesterday it looked a little raggedy. Today looks a little better organized today. The convective thunderstorm activity is getting a little bit more concentrated in the storm. Still broken up a little bit. It's still having a little fight with wind shear out in the Atlantic. But like I say, it will become Tropical Storm Cindy in the next couple of days. But anybody in the Leeward Islands right now, currently, it looks like it's going to go north of you guys. So just you can just pay close attention just in case if the track haven't moved further to the south. But currently, all the guidance model is currently showing it moving to the north of the Leeward Island. Let's take a look at some current information from the tropical depression number, well, which will become tropical depression number 4 probably in the next couple of days, day or two. All right, here we go right here. Here's the national hurricane. This is the national hurricane models here. According to most of the models, this is current position. All the models keeps it going pretty well north of the islands here. Some do take it toward Bermuda. So anybody in Bermuda, y'all may need to watch out for this system. But there's a possibility this cone, what you see here with the models here, may go a little bit further to the west. So if it do, may make it a little bit more closer to the United States coastline across the Mid-Atlantic region later in the forecast period. Per the GFS, I seen it just a few minutes ago. The GFS model shows a system coming across, gets pretty close to the Mid-Atlantic region, and then kind of makes landfall almost up there near Newfoundland. But that's still a long way off, but anything can change. This is what the current forecast is showing from the National Hurricane Center. These models here are pretty much from the National Hurricane Center map there. All right, intensity guidance. That's why we know it should become Tropical Storm Cindy. Currently, we have about 25 miles per hour knot winds. Also, we got the intensity guidance. Most of the guidance do show it becoming a tropical storm, which will become Tropical Storm Cindy. Some of the guidance do take it up to a Category 1 hurricane. There's a possibility it can become a Category 1 hurricane. Right now, I'm just going to go into short range and just call it Invest 93L, which will become Tropical Depression number 4, then become Tropical Storm Cindy in the next couple days or a few days to come. Alright, I'll have more in another update tonight on the forecast on the tropics tonight in my tropical weather outlook. During the next, that's my forecast for the next 48 hours and the next 7-day forecast in tonight's forecast. Alright, let's move on to the weather radar across the nation here. We got some rain showers across the nation. As you can see here, we got Pennsylvania, also from near Philadelphia, all the way through Washington, D.C., and off into the coastal waters of the southeast United States and mid-Atlantic region. We got a line of showers and thunderstorms extending through southern Georgia back into the Gulf of Mexico. This line will continue to push eastward through Florida, so you guys may get some gusty winds and also maybe some large hail in some areas down in Florida, plus some northern Alabama, northern Georgia. This is what's producing all the rain shower activity across the southeastern United States, and also the mid-Atlantic region. Also, we have more showers, thunderstorm activity extending from near North Dakota, extending all the way down into portions of Oklahoma. Also, we got some scattered activity down here in West Texas as well. Also, more some scattered activity over here in portions of Montana, back in the North and South Dakota, also in the portion of Wyoming there as well. Scattered activity over Utah, back into Nevada, also in Idaho, also western Montana. Also got some rain and snow mixtures over southwestern Canada and also in the portion of Washington State as well. Guam radar currently unavailable from that storm. They still have not received the radar view yet from Guam. Across central and southern Alaska, got a few scattered showers there. The Hawaiian chain island got a few scattered showers in your vicinity. Cuba got a few scattered showers on the south side. Bahamas got a few scattered, as we do have some flood watches and some across portions of the southeastern United States. Currently, we got some flood advisories over portions of the mid-Atlantic region up here around Washington, D.C., back in the portion of Virginia. We got a few little bit of flood watches also in effect for southeast Virginia, also southern Virginia back through western North Carolina. Also in the portion of upstate South Carolina, including portions of the Midlands area of South Carolina, extending all the way over toward the Atlanta, Georgia area, all the way down to the Panhandle of Florida, also down into northern Florida there as well. So we got some flooded for portions of the Carolinas and Georgia and northern Florida. Also, we have some special marine warnings also in effect for the west coast of Florida, right down here also for portions of southern Louisiana. River flood warning is also in effect for Mississippi, still in effect for North Dakota, also portions of Nebraska, also over a portion of Wyoming and Idaho, also over the portion of Nevada. Still got that flood advisory also in effect for portions of California. Special weather statements has been issued for some fire weather problems, also in portions of Colorado, also down here in portions of New Mexico as well. Air quality alert for Southern California, also southwestern portion of Arizona. We have air quality alerts also for central and southern Minnesota, also all of Wisconsin, northeastern Illinois, northern Indiana, western portions of Michigan, southeastern Michigan. Also got some special weather statements for also some air quality alerts and low relative humidity values in a portion of Michigan there as well. We still also have the heat advisories, also portions of Oklahoma, also into Texas, southeastern and southern portion of New Mexico, West Texas, East Texas, and western portion of Louisiana, and southern Texas. Excessive heat warning also in effect for much of Texas as well. We have some air quality alerts also in a portion for central Alaska, some special weather statements there as well. Central and southern side of Hawaii and Chain Island. Got some gale warnings in that region. Alrighty, North Carolina. You can see we got scattered showers over the Midlands of South Carolina, all the way toward the Grand Strand region, over toward Georgetown and Charleston, South Carolina. Also, we got some scattered activity through Camden up toward Lancaster, South Carolina, through Columbia. Also over toward Newberry and Greenwood, South Carolina, toward Orangeburg area there as well. Waltersboro had some showers move through there. Expect more activity to develop this afternoon in your region and move to the north and to the northwest. Charlotte also getting in on some activity. Hickory, North Carolina. Asheville, North Carolina. You will be showering. Also the Greenville Spartanburg along the I-85 corridor there. Also will get in on some shower activity as well. That will stretch all the way back into Georgia and also up into North Carolina. Also, it will be a kind of a bumpy ride along portions of I-20, extending from Columbia back towards Augusta, also back towards the Atlanta metro area. Also from Columbia to Florence, going to be a bumpy ride there. And portions of I-95 corridor as well in South Carolina will be some scattered showers and thunderstorms on your ride up and down the I-95 corridor. Alright, here's a look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook for today. This is convective outlook for severe weather. We have general thunderstorm for portions of the mid-Atlantic region, all the way down into portions of North Carolina, South Carolina, all the way back into portions of Tennessee and Kentucky, all the way down to the Gulf Coast states, into Louisiana, back to Texas, all the way back into the Pacific Northwest, over toward Montana, Idaho, and portions of Washington State. Marginal risk down in portions of the Panhandle, Florida, back into Georgia, also down into central and northern Florida as well. Also over portions of central Texas, all the way up into North Dakota, South Dakota, and portions of Minnesota there, excuse me. We have a slight risk, enhanced risk from Texas all the way into portions of Wyoming and Colorado. And if you're in the enhanced risk, this includes Aurora, Colorado, Fort Collins, Colorado, Abilene, Texas, Thornton, Colorado, and Centennial, Colorado. Also, slight risk. This includes Austin, Texas, Fort Worth, Texas, Denver, Colorado, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Colorado Springs, Colorado. Marginal risk includes Houston, Texas, San Antonio, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Jacksonville, Florida, and Miami, Florida. The tornado probability for today. We have a 2% and 5% over here in Texas and Oklahoma, and also again over here in portions of Colorado, back into portions of Wyoming and Nebraska. If you're in the let's go back. If you're in the 5%, this includes Cheyenne, Wyoming, Pampa, Texas, Scottsbluff, Nebraska, Stallings, Colorado, Fort Morgan, Colorado. 2% include Denver, Colorado, Colorado Springs, Colorado, Aurora, Colorado, and Storm Prediction Center. Let's see, 2%, Denver, Colorado, Colorado Springs, Colorado, Royal, Colorado, Lakewood, Colorado, and Fort Collins, Colorado. Winds for today, we have 5% from Maine, from portions of North Dakota, not Maine, North Dakota, Minnesota, all the way down to Texas, also down in Florida. We have a 15% over here in portions of Colorado, Wyoming, and also Nebraska. Also over here in portions of Oklahoma, down into Texas, we have a 30% there as well. And significant damaging wind threat would be Fort Worth, Texas, Waco, Texas, Abilene, Texas, Killian, Texas, and Wichita Falls, Texas. 30% include Abilene, Texas, Atlas, Oklahoma, Brownwood, Texas, Mineral Wells, Texas, Stevensville, Texas. 15% Austin, Texas, Fort Worth, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Arlington, Texas, and Aurora, Colorado. 5%, this includes Houston, Texas, San Antonio, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Jacksonville, Florida, and Denver, Colorado. And the hail probability for today, 5% in the brown, 15% in the yellow, and 30% in the red. This is the slashed area. That's the significant threat for large hail over quarter size, maybe up to golf ball and baseball size hail. This includes Denver, Colorado, Royal, Colorado, Fort Collins, Colorado, Thornton, Colorado, and Westminster, Colorado. 30% of Royal, Colorado, Fort Collins, Colorado, Thornton, Colorado, Centennial, Colorado, and Greeley, Colorado. Also, the 15% include Fort Worth, Texas, Denver, Colorado, Colorado Springs, Colorado, Arlington, Texas, and Grand Prairie, Texas, and 5% include Dallas, Texas, Austin, Texas, Plano, Texas, Garland, Texas, and Lubbock, Texas. All right. Let's take a look at data from the Storm Prediction Center. We have general thunderstorm for portions of the mid-Atlantic region all the way to southeast, southern portion of the United States, the upper Midwest, the Midwest of the United States as well, portions of upper portion of the Pacific Northwest over here around Washington State, and also here around California. Also, we have a marginal risk in the green, slight risk in the yellow. In the slight risk, this includes Denver, Colorado, Royal, Colorado, Lakewood, Colorado, Fort Collins, Colorado, Thornton, Colorado. Marginal risk, this includes Colorado Springs, Colorado, Pablo, Colorado, Garden City, Kansas, Dodge City, Kansas, and North Platte, Nebraska. Tornado probability, less than 2% all areas. Winds, 5%, 15%. 15% include Denver, Colorado, all the way to Thornton, Colorado, and Fort Collins, Colorado as well. 5% include Colorado Springs, Colorado, all the way to Garden City, Kansas, all the way to North Platte, Nebraska, and surrounding areas. All right, hail probability. Same areas, 5 in the brown, 15 in the yellow. Still from Denver, Colorado to Thornton, Colorado, and surrounding areas. 5%, Colorado Springs, Colorado to Cannon City, Colorado, and surrounding vicinities. And let's take a look at your day 3 outlook. And we do have more severe weather to talk about for day number 3. Okay, we got general thunderstorms extending from the northeastern United States to the southeast United States, including the Florida Keys back to Louisiana. Also the Midwest, all the way up into the northern Midwest. Also the the northwestern United States as well. Portion of Washington State, Idaho, Nevada, and also Oregon and Northern California. We have a marginal risk in the green, slight risk there in the yellow. If you include Rapid City, South Dakota, North Platte, Nebraska. Also Gillette, Wyoming, Scottsbluff, Nebraska, and Sterling, Colorado. Also marginal risk, this includes Casper, Wyoming, Salina, Kansas, Grand Island, Nebraska, New Hutchinson, Kansas, and Canary, Nebraska. Probability, same areas, 15%. This is Rapid City, South Dakota, all the way to Sterling, Colorado, and surrounding areas. 5%. Casper, Wyoming, all the way to Canary, Nebraska, and surrounding vicinities. And let's take a look at day 4. We do have some more severe weather to talk about in day 4 as well. Day 4. This is current day 4. Let me click on it where to stop it. Over here in portions of eastern South Dakota, all the way into northeastern Kansas, also in the northern portions of Missouri, Iowa, and also into southwestern Minnesota. And if you're in the 15% risk, this includes Kansas City, Missouri, Omaha, Nebraska, Lincoln, Nebraska, Del Mar, Iowa, and Overland Park, Kansas. Alrighty, well, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. I hope everybody continue to stay safe and well. Consider subscribing. Tell your friends, neighbors, and relatives to subscribe to the Mike Bass Weather Forecast channel. Love to have them. Like these videos, share these videos, and we'll catch you back in the next one.